when you hit the swamp, which is inevitable. Like when you are building something that is a true expression of your heart and your calling, you are going to hit those edges where your protector parts come in. They're like, no, this is not safe. Abort mission, abort mission.
You don't know what you're doing, you're a loser. Look at everyone else online doing everything you're doing. You don't know anything.
Yeah. The entire world is saturated with people like you. Like, just there's no point. You should just quit.
Oh, hello. We're talking about me tits.
Most of the time. Girl on girl on girl.
You would.
Like, stop picking up the fucking hot knife.
Fucking cares.
Right on track.
Ugh.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
But not in a good way.
Yikes.
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 Yikes. Where's the realness?
Yeah. Everything you want. An immaculate experience.
Back down.
You're getting like excited.
I do actually.
Need the tequila.
Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. Let's pop those videos on so we can see all of your lovely, lovely faces. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
We are pumped.
Hello, hello. What is up? You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I
Don't worry,
have done that.
I would have said something.
I have done that before. I'm like, hello. And people are like, can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Oh, look at all your beautiful faces. Ah!
We're so obsessed
Mm.
to be here.
Happy fucking Wednesday, you guys.
Yeah, hump day. Vibe. We're gonna get it on today.
I know, I know. I'm so excited to see you guys. How are you? How are we doing?
What's the vibe?
Share in the chat. Share in the chat. How you doing? How we doing? As you can tell, Kelsey and I are on one as per usual, but
It looks like I'm naked if my sweater falls off.
Jesus, treat
But
yourself.
I'm not, I promise. But,
Surprise.
I mean, it would be very unhinged.
Yes, that would be pretty.
Naked coaching calls.
Yeah. Start your OnlyFans business today. Today is just, oh wait, no, we're doing all sorts of business. I'm just kidding.
I mean, listen, if that's your calling.
That's your calling, you treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, how are you? Tell us. Where you at?
I'm a bit tired after work and a turbulent week. Hyped for the call. Yes, Alice.
And Ellis, I know you just signed up. We saw your registration, so I'm so excited you're joining us. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, we're losing it. Lady Godiva, yes, feeling pretty pumped. Amazing. How's everybody else? How you doing?
What's the vibe?
How's the vibe?
A bit tired, but excited for this call.
Megan, it's very exciting to see you, I must say. Steph feeling annoyed and impressed that my protective parts are pulling me out of my body constantly after I take steps out of the swamp. So excited for this container to start. I know.
Yes. Oh, the swamp. We're not going to let you drown in the swamp, we promise.
No, don't worry. No swamping here. And I know, Steph, you're signed up too, so I'm so excited. We know we're excited to bring your vision to life as well. So, and I love the honesty. Yeah.
Me too.
Happy to be here now. Everything happens while I'm working. Just getting dressed before I turn my video on.
Listen, Devin, like I said at the start, if you want to be naked, be naked.
Totally.
No one's gonna judge.
Totally. I know. We had one lady take a call from the shower. It was fucking so impressive. We're like, this is so unhinged. We love it. I mean,
yeah, it was a vibe.
Yeah. So I don't think
My roommate would approve. Okay, fine.
Fine.
Consideration, I guess. We'll
Yeah. Totally. Amazing. Yeah, we're so excited. We cannot wait to talk to you about this. So today's an info sesh, slightly informal. We just want to be able to chat with you and connect. Oh, what is he here? Feeling proud about how I've handled our last few weeks. It's been a dumpster fire. Yes. Boom.
We're proud of you too. I've been seeing some of the posts in the club and big stuff.
12 out of 10. Totally. We've got some big things happening. Yeah, so we want to have a little info session for you today. This is not like a hard sales pitch. We're not here like, okay, now let me give you my slides on why you should join my container. Kelsey and I are just want to share with you a bit about what we're doing, why, and what that looks like, and who it's essentially a perfect fit for. Because it is pretty specific. And as you know, Kelsey and I are fairly unhinged, and we love to do business in a very unhinged way as well, a way that's non-traditional, a way that really is in alignment with you, your soul, what you're here to do, and what you want to bring forth into this world. And obviously, we've been running the club together now for almost two
Almost
years,
2 years.
which is wild. And I mean, we're so random. We were like, let's just start this business. And we both had our own businesses. And we're like, let's just do another one, another podcast. And it's changed iterations so many times. And it's called us into so many different identities and forms of ourselves. But we did see a lot of stuff happening in the club where we were noticing that a lot of, you have come alive, and whether you're in the club or not, there's a lot of people right now getting woken up to their calling, that they're here for something bigger, that they're here to leave their traditional, maybe corporate jobs or stuff that they've done in the past in pursuit of what actually sets their soul on fire, what they want to build, what they care about. And obviously we can do a certain amount of work on the business, but there's an intention behind the club, which is life redesign, falling back in love with yourself. Like that's that whole personal piece. Love, sex, money, power. And then we also wanted to really give a beautiful, intentional space to build your business, because we can't really teach both things at the same time. And so we were like, let's teach unhinged business, and not in a spazzy, chaotic way, in a very grounded, nervous system regulated way that is true with your heart and your soul and what you're here to do, but to actually make money off it. And some of those logistics, blending logistics in the left brain with the creativity and the heart and soul of who you are. So we don't want to just do business in that way, because we both, I would say, do business in a very untraditional way, but it works. We both build multi six-figure businesses. I've done brick and mortar. Kelsey's been in the online space. We've both done digital, like all sorts of different things. And so we've done live events. We've seen what works. And obviously, if you're here, there's some sort of resonance in the way that we live our lives and do business, because we want to have fun. We don't want to build a business we're a slave to, or become an entrepreneur to be like, let me burn myself out and hate my fucking life, which is also what I've done. So 12 out of 10, don't recommend that. So yeah. Anyways, Kels, I'll let you dive in.
Okay. Yeah, I think, just piggybacking on what you said, like the way that we approach business is very unconventional. Like there's no shortage of information out there. Like you could probably pop this into AI, and AI would give you a game plan. But the game plan is just one part of the process. Like without accountability, without momentum, and without connection to other human beings, what ends up happening is we try and lone wolf it, lone wolf it, lone wolf it, and then the inspiration or the momentum or the pizzazz, razzle dazzle inspiration, all of a sudden, when you hit, like when Steph was talking about the swamp, when you hit the swamp, which is inevitable, like when you are building something that is a true expression of your heart and your calling, you are going to hit those edges where your protector parts come in. They're like, no, this is not safe. Abort mission, abort mission.
You don't know what you're doing, you're a loser. Look at everyone else online doing everything you're doing. You don't know anything.
Yeah, the entire world is saturated with people like you. Like, just there's no point. You should just quit. And I think both Christine and I have seen so many extraordinary women have these ideas that want to birth through them, and they essentially were taking you through the labor process. Like you have midwives that will midwife women through the actual birth portal. We are the midwives for your business. And we are going to help.
I want a baby. I want a baby. I want a baby.
And we start from the point of inception. And then there's like the birth, like the growing of the fetus and the baby. And then there's the birthing portal. And the birthing portal is a really important juncture to have support, because that is the point where if you haven't tried to quit already, you will definitely try and quit at that point. And to have people in your corner who have walked this path and who've seen it a bazillion times, and we have worked our way through our own initiations like that, and we know what it takes to actually move through that birth portal. I mean, Christine has physically done this as a mother, and I have done it as a creative. Like the amount of like creative projects I've birthed into the world is insane. And it's the same process. And for most women, we're not going to go through a birthing process alone. There's usually at least someone else there to help steward that process. And so we thought, like, well, what if we become the stewards of that process? And specific to women who are building their first business, because it is a very different experience to build your first business versus, this is, your 10th project that you worked on, or you want to scale to, $100,000 months or whatever it is. Like, so we wanted to have a space where we see like these beautiful souls who have heart medicine, who have this calling, who have this artistic pursuit, whatever it is, and it needs to exist in the world because there are people who need your medicine, who need the thing that only you can bring through. And if you don't bring it through, then those people don't get the medicine. And I think we can all agree that the world could probably use a little more medicine at this point in time. It could use a little bit more people who are in the pocket of their aliveness, who are supported, who, have the resources and the access to teachings or a business that will really support them in what they're doing in the world. And each and every one of you, if you are here or if you're listening to the replay, there's something in you that wants to come alive, that wants to be of service to the world around you. And so our job as your unhinged midwives, we will be guiding you through that process, but in a way that really, like Christine said, that really honors your nervous system. Because we also see that that is a piece that often gets missed, especially in very traditional masculine-led frameworks. It's like, just do it.
5 a.m. club. 5 a.m. club.
Listen, I did the 5 a.m. club once. Can you believe that? Like me, the non-morning person, I mean, I had a group of male entrepreneurs as my best friends, and they were all about the 5 a.m. club. And I'm like, well, if this is what being an entrepreneur means, I guess I'll do it. And so I forced myself to do it for a year, and I kept it up for a year, but there was a lot of burnout on the flip side of that because it wasn't a true expression of how my system wanted to do business. Babes, I am a roll out of bed at 9 a.m. kind of gal. I am not a 5 a.m.er. I am up till 1 or 2 in the morning writing poetry like a crazy person. I'm working on a sales page, and then I'm writing a poem, and then I'm like, oh, I think I need to birth a song, and then, oh, let me go work on this thing for the club. And like, I'm all over the place. And traditional business would say, ooh, there's something wrong and bad about that. And then in our world, we're like, oh, there's everything right with that. And we just need to guide you and foster you in a way that you can actually really actualize what it is you're here to bring to the world. Because there are patterns that will get involved that will kind of pull you off. And we are so good at clocking those. We will read that so fast and be like, we love you. Back on track you go. And a lot of people don't have that type of access to mentors who have that type of sight, but also who have the experience of what it takes to take an idea all the way through to something that exists as a living, breathing entity in the world. Like, we've done this multiple times. I mean, just with each other, but also in our respective lives, in our respective businesses and other projects that we've brought to life. So given that we have a lot of experience in multiple different industries, I'm just so excited for whatever your idea is, whatever the calling is, because I know we're going to be able to foster it so that by the end of the mastermind, by the summer of 2026, y'all are going to be making bank on your business. Like, are you kidding me? I'm obsessed. Obsessed. And there might be parts of you that are like, I don't believe that. Steph, that's for you. I heard it. I heard it. The second I said it, she was like,
Yes.
But that's also the benefit of having us in your field and holding you through this container, is that we are the anchor in those moments that you don't believe it. Like, we have full belief in you, and you will be borrowing our belief in you until it becomes an embodied belief in yourself. And so this is why it's, I think it's a 20 out of 10 idea to come into the mastermind with us, because there's no way you're not winning. There's no way you're not thriving, and bringing this idea that you have into something that truly impacts the world in an extraordinary way. And you build it in a way that actually is sustainable for your system. And sometimes the brain is like, oh, that's not possible, because we're using an old template of how to do business or how to build business that actually is not totally congruent with your system. Your system is probably a little more unhinged, like us, and it probably doesn't want to follow those very traditional pathways. So we're going to show you how you can have the success without having to do it like a man. Because you are not a man. You are literally 4 different women every single month. And so to build your business in a way that supports your feminine ecosystem is so important. And I'm so obsessed to teach you all about this. Like, we were talking to Rosa about it in her VIP day the other day, and I was just getting more and more jazzed about it, because every business that I've built in alignment with my feminine ecosystem. That's why they've been successful. And that's why they've been sustainable. And when we have a business that is in alignment with the truth of our soul, and then we also build it in a way that honors our woman, our human, we want to set you up not just to have a win so that you're making money by the summer, but we want you to have a business that sustains you long term. And we've mapped out a nice little journey for you to get there, which I'm so pumped for. And we've also built in accountability. We built in the momentum that happens with a group, where if you, and this just happened for me yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, okay, so like, when's your first solo podcast episode coming out again? And I'm like, oh, I live for this level of accountability. Like, and my whole system just got so turned on. And then I could feel, I'm like, ooh, like, when's the true answer? And then what would be the safe answer? The safe answer would be like, oh, by the end of the month. And he would have called me on that so fucking fast. And so I felt into it, and I'm like, the true thing is on Friday. And so I said it. And I put myself in a pocket of accountability. And then as soon as I did it, the momentum and the energy was there. And I went home and I recorded the episode. And I messaged him this morning. I'm like, it's done. He's like, fuck. No, like and then it like inspired him. He's like, well, shit, like now I got to get my ass in gear. And so we've built that into the business incubator so that you're actually like feeding off of each other, but not in like a weird parasitic way, but in a way that like actually builds momentum in your business. Because when you see a woman taking epic action and you're like, shit, she did that. I don't want to get left behind. I'm going to take action in my business today. And it's not from a place of competition, but more from the space of we're riding together. It's the year of the fire horse, y'all. We're riding together. We're galloping like free wild stallions. And when one woman takes action, another woman, it's like popcorn. And you're like, yeah, I'm inspired. And that's the energetic we're weaving through, is like this energetic of being inspired collaboration. You might even find that there's someone in the incubator who like you want to collaborate with down the line, or just become best friends with, I don't know, like, but there's a lot of room for that type of magic and sisterhood that we've also built in, so that you're not lone wolfing it. Make sense? Vibes. Vibes.
Labs on labs on labs. Yeah, I love that. I really see this as like your insurance policy that you're taking out on yourself to make sure that you actualize what you're here to do. Because your girl over here mentally masturbated for so many fucking years. I'll do it when things slow down. I'll do it when things calm down. I'll do it when I have the money. I'll do it. Like there was just so many excuses, and I didn't realize at the time, obviously, this is before I trained heavily in the nervous system and trauma and all these different pieces. But all of those protector parts will just whisper sweet nothings into your ear about why you're not ready and now's not the time and you don't have XYZ. And I mean, it was like a living hell of knowing I had something I wanted to offer the world and just, oh, that like gas brake, gas brake, gas brake, or going and then sitting there in front of my computer and being like, oh man, I don't know. I just did a lot of lone wolfing. And so the things that literally skyrocket who you are, your identity, your business, all of that is being around community. It's being around other people who are all intentionally towards one North Star. It's like, this is what we're doing. Here's the intention. This is why we broke it off from the club, is because we're like, no, this deserves its own. We can teach a bit of business. Obviously, we do speak to that sometimes if people come to hot seat coaching and stuff in the club, because that's for your whole entire woman. But this is specifically dedicated to make sure to have that insurance policy that whatever you want to design and build, it fucking happens. So by the summer, like Kelsey said, you have built and launched your first offer, right? You're comfortable with visibility. You are out, you're making offers, you're collaborating, you're like, there's sales coming in. You're actually getting paid to be the amazing entrepreneur that you are, right? It's like taking that leap. And because I would have died for something like this would have been incredible for me to have, because there's a lot of stuff out there. Even Kelsey and I were talking today. There's Be Business School and there's all of these different programs that are out there, which are great. That's fine. But majority of them are self-study. You do it on your own again, which like is the whole plot twist of like how you actually become very successful, is you have a network. You have people you can instantly connect with and are supporting each other. You have a built-in network, right? Like that ROI and that business write-off alone, this whole thing's a fucking business write-off. This is school, right? Like you can write this off for your business. Like the whole thing is a business write-off. But you have people, you have connections who already believe in you, who already know what you're doing and will advocate for you, right? Referrals, like I've seen all sorts of crazy shit. Referrals, collaborations, like people starting podcasts, people being like, you just get into a conversation, which is what we're going to be doing in the mastermind as well, is having you guys break out into peer mastermind groups so that you get to know each other and there's intimacy, right? A lot of these big programs you're one of hundreds, or they're all self-study, right? There's no time with the mentors. Whereas this one, the cool thing about this is Kelsey and I this is the only one we're planning to do live ever. So, we thought about it and we were like, let's just do this and see how it is, right? But our intention right now is just to do this once. But it feels like it just feels right. Like this is something we want to go all in with people, which I think is very rare to have two different mentors. Like Kelsey is 100 out of 10. She's more of that. Like she's like, I design my business based on my cycle. I'm like, I design my business based on when the fuck my kids are out of my, it's like my nervous system and the kids and all that shit. So we bring in these two different energies, but our whole intention is that we don't care what your background is or what you want to design and create. We can help you because we're just in service to what's coming through you. Our job is to help you clear the stuckness or the lack of focus or whatever those pieces are, because we're masters at that, and really extract the gold, which is why we're including tag team intensive with Kelsey and I, a one-to-one private one with all of you, is because we want to get to know you and actually extract that. We can call bullshit very quickly if we're not feeling like it's totally on track. Like we will get that fucking fire laser clarity for you. What are you designing and building so that we're bought in? We're not just like, okay, join the incubator and head in with the herd. We're like, we want to fucking know you. This is not about numbers for us. This is about this is us to birth your vision in 6 months. Because again, we saw a lot of women who came to us for VIP days and all sorts of things. And they've been sitting on ideas for years, 2-3 years, right? How much is that fucking costing you? Like sitting there and being like, I want to do this thing. I want to do this thing. And you don't have to be fully fucking ready. In fact, if you're like, I feel really comfortable and I'm ready to go, I'd be like, you know, maybe, like we want you to feel that edge of excitement and nervousness. We want you to not exactly have to know exactly what you want to bring to the world, but you're like, I know I want to create this. I know I want to do something, and I know I want to bring it into the world, and I'm ready to make that leap. And we want to walk that journey with you over 6 months, right? We've crafted the container to be, we sat down and we had like a, I don't even know, 7 hour session the other day. And we sat there and we were like, what is actually going to move the needle forward for people? What is the content we want to teach? Every single month we have it mapped out in the perfect order about, we're like, okay, if we were to redo our businesses and start over from scratch, what would we do? What are the most important things? What are the ingredients for success? Again, the nervous system work, all of the parts work, the freaking like, so in those first months, we're getting really, really clear on your identity, your vision, and your nervous system foundation. Because if you go and build and put a bunch of strategy and your nervous system is not prepared for it, you will get kicked out. It's like it'll literally swamp you out. I've been studying this and training in this for years now, and it's like I can see it so clearly. So we have that laser focus on you not getting cock blocked by your protective parts because they will. They'll come out to play. They'll be like, "Oh, you want to start a business? Who the fuck are you to start a business? You don't know anything about business. You already tried
But
that.
you are.
Remember when you did all those things? Remember your boss said you'll never amount to something? Remember, like, right? There's just so much interference. Um, but it is the most rewarding thing I think you can ever do, right? It has been for me. I said that to Steve the other day. I was like, this is mental. I'm up in fucking 35, 40,000 feet in the air. I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm writing a fucking newsletter. I'm doing these things. I can do my work from wherever I want. I create my own hours. I was like, this is heaven on earth for me. Like there's, you know what I mean? And if you design a business in a way, like Kelsey said, that works with your system, that is true to you, because there's a million successful entrepreneurs' blueprints. Join my blueprint and you'll be making millions like me. And I'm like, do you take into account the person, what they've been through, their story, trauma, their fucking nervous system? Are they just creating something because it sounds cool and they want to make money? Or is it coming from their heart, their soul? So like these are all the very imperative ingredients for success that's coming from heart and that is actually sustainable because anybody can build a business, but we want you to build a business that you're obsessed with, you are in love with, and that actually serves people and makes you fucking really happy, right? We're going to go into sales, money, all that kind of stuff as well because people get all fucking bent out of shape about that shit. So we're giving you challenges. We're having live calls where you come in. We'll be doing peer masterminding. There'll be workshopping. We're getting you like in the nitty gritty, giving you actionable things to do and having your separate own community space that again is intimate, like really, really intimate. Like I don't know exactly what numbers will turn out to be, but like Kelsey and I are envisioning, we'd love to take on like a group of like 10. Like we want to keep this really, really special so that and intimate so you're getting hands-on experience and eyes on your business. You're not going to get lost. You're not going to be able to go escape and fucking peace out and not show up to the calls. And we will literally be like, knock, knock. Who's there? Hey. Because we want to see that come to life for you, right? And we know what to look out for. So we're going to help you get really, really clear on your vision. Um, you don't again, you don't have to have the whole thing mapped out. That's for us to work on in that first month together. But when we start January 13th, which is exciting because it's like, okay, I'm locked and loaded. I know I'm doing this thing, and in January I'm going, right? You have those first 2 weeks to, mentally prepare you, but even between now and then, right, you can get really clear on your vision. We can book your call with us. We can get really, really clear about what you want to design and create and bring that to life because there's nothing more exciting than being like, fuck it, let's just fucking go. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? All those times where I'm like, this is wild and nuts and makes zero sense, but I'm going to do it. And you become the fucking woman who's like, I just built a business. How the fuck did I do that? And we're not doing it in a complicated way with a bunch of systems and funnels and all that bullshit. I built a multi-six-figure coaching business on my iPhone. My CRM was my notepad on my iPhone. This person e-transferred me on this day. Is this sustainable if I want to move into like, massive scale? No, but we don't need overwhelming stuff to start. We just need we need community.
Level two.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's level two. We need those foundational pieces that we've figured out. We're super, super excited. And we want you to take this from like a hobby. Some people are like, oh, they treat their business like a hobby or they're this calling. And it's more of like a hobby. And it's like, no, let's turn it into something that actually is profitable and you can build off of and it's going to sustain you and you make money from and you get real clients and you're really getting paid. And or you want to leave corporate, or you want to make that jump, and maybe now's not the time. You can do both. We've had women, lots of women who are still in their jobs and they build and design these businesses on the side, right? So all we care about is that you're like you're all in, you're ready to go. You're like, I can do it scrappy. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm willing to let you guys help me. That's not your job to do it all. Hello, hyper independent lone wolves, right? I can't join the container because I don't have it all figured out. I'm like, well, that's the whole point. You don't have to figure it out. Can we guide you? Yeah, right? It's like that, even that alone is the softening and leaning into community and allowing yourself to be seen, right? All those things happen. The way that we've designed it helps your system, your nervous system start to calibrate to being seen and visible because you're being seen, and we can talk about being seen and visible, or you can just show up to the fucking calls and you're seen and visible, asking for help, all these pieces that start to totally recalibrate who you are. So, yeah, we're just really excited. We're really excited to do this. We're really excited to hop in with those of you who feel that pull, even if you're like, I don't know how, I don't know exactly what's going to look like. And we've also made it a no-brainer in terms of the investment. Like we really did. We were kind of going back and forth about a few things, and we were like, okay, let's just fuck it. Let's just make this. We don't want to have there be any barrier to entry for this, really. When you think of a lot of masterminds and 6-month containers when it pertains to business, you're looking at like the multi five figures, and we were like, let's just make this. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna just stop my TED talk, Kelsey. Passing it off to you.
Well, I'll just go through the monthly breakdown just so
Sure.
you all know of
Sure.
where we're headed in each of the 6 months. And then we'll let you know the investment. So month 1 is we are working on, like Christine said, the identity, nervous system, and like really mapping out the vision that you have for your business. Then month 2, we are going into crafting your offer. So like we're not gonna spend too much time dabbling before we actually really get in. Like, what are you selling? And like, let's get that going. Let's craft and launch your first real sellable offer. So we want to make good use of month 1 so that by month 2, you've got the nervous system stability to go in and create and craft the offer that feels most true and aligned. Listen, you're not stuck with this offer. If something changes along the way, of course you can change it. But we want it to be something that you could start making money with right away. So you might not have to wait until the summer to make a sale. Month 3, we're going into visibility, magnetism, and being seen. So we thought about the order, and we're like, well, it's important to have your offer kind of locked and loaded, and then we go into the practice of visibility, where you're showing up and you're being seen in your genius every single day. So there's going to be a nice practice that goes along in month 3 where we're practicing being visible and just showing up and talking about the thing that you're passionate about. And month 4, we're going into sales. Obviously receiving money expansion. So we're really going to be dialing in and teaching you how to sell with integrity, how to sell from a place of alignment, how to sell in a way that doesn't feel selly, in a way that actually just feels as natural as breathing, and in a way that you know that if I'm not selling, I'm ripping people off from their transformation. I'm ripping people off from whatever service that I'm here to provide. Like maybe you want to start a bakery and like make like these cute little like mochi donuts. Like maybe that's your dream. And you're ripping people off from the delight and joy of having a mochi donut on their Saturday morning if you are not selling. Because people won't know that your business exists. They won't know how extraordinary those types of donuts really are. And if you are passionate about the thing that you're selling, it's not going to feel like work to talk about it. Christina and I can talk about reinvention till the cows come home. I can talk about love all day long. I can talk about artistry and poetry and writing because it's just innate to who I am. And I also have offers that I sell on the back ends of all of those areas of life. And so we're going to teach you how to do that in a way that's super authentic for you. You're also going to get to practice with each other. So that it won't feel so scary going out into the wild, wild world of the internet or into real life and selling. We want you to have some practice in your veins and practice in your body and your somatics as well. This is why I love these types of containers where you can practice so that when you do go out, you're not fumbling through it. We want you to have like any of the nerves or like the like wobbles. We want you to work out the wobbles with each other. Work out the wobbles with us, because this container is a space where you are going to be received with so much love and approval no matter how much you botch the pitch. Like you could literally just start blah, 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 and we would be like, yay, okay, go again.
Yeah, do it again.
And do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again until it literally just flows through you like water. And once you've had that experience of like, ooh, I transmitted it once really powerfully, fuck yeah, I can do that again. Now I can go out into the world that's not always as forgiving or approval based. And we're also going to teach the flip side of like how to handle when people are fucking dickheads and they don't handle it well, or because you're going to get people who are jealous, who are envious. They're going to see you selling. And as a woman, like other women who are not in their power, they are going to come out like fucking cockroaches and be like, tear you down. So we're going to give you a buffer around your energy and around your process so that if and when that happens, you're like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, I'm not going to let that take me out. You're like, oh, that's cute. You have a dream inside of you that you're abandoning. Oh, I feel sorry for you. Anyway, on with the show. Here's what I'm selling. So it doesn't fuck you up and take you out, okay? Month 5, we are working on client holding, boundaries, and leadership. So this is like really the inside of your business, like working with clients, contracts, boundaries, agreements, all of the things that actually have your business run smooth. So if you are opening the donut shop, like the agreements that you would have with your employees. If you are a consultant, the agreements that you would work in with your clients. Whatever your business is, we're going to help you design that client experience so that you actually feel really empowered in how you navigate those situations. And trust me, Christine and I have been through probably every imaginable scenario possible with clients. We've learned the hard way of not being clear on agreements and not setting clear containers and what that can cost you down the line. So we've built that in so that you can learn from our mistakes. And then month 6, we are going into your future self, the expansion, really stepping into the inevitability of your success. So this is, again, meeting that identity work again at the end. And this is all about really feeding that through your business and allowing your business to hold the energetic of this new upgraded identity. So we're taking you on a journey, friends. It's gonna be fucking good. I can't wait. Like, my system is like all cylinders firing here.
You just took my phrase. I literally just got all cylinders firing. And then I was like, if she says that, I'm going to fucking be slayed. And you're like, I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done.
It's funny you say that because I was actually looking for, like, what's the phrase I want to say, and I pulled it. See, this is what happens with Christine and I being, she's a psychic, I'm an oracle. So we're constantly in this telepathic relationship with each other. And there's a lot of magic that gets fostered there that allows us to open the channels of your creativity, of your power, of your expansion at lightning speed, but also in a way that your nervous system can hold and sustain. Mm. So we're kind of a big deal. And
so are you, and so are you, which is why we want you to be in this, because we don't we just can't co-sign any more
Mm.
epic, fiery, hot as fuck, like magnetic as shit woman who's just like, do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I know? Do I not do it? Right? And so we're just like, take that leap. What the fuck is the worst thing that's going to happen, right? You become a woman who just designs a business. It's like, who, what the fuck? It's like, again, it's the insurance policy of your transformation. No more of the days of like, my word for 2026 is abundance. I'm like,
Mm.
that shit ain't hap. Let's just fucking go generate. Let's go create a business. We're gonna make you
Action,
a lot of
baby.
money. Yeah, like action. This is the year of action, right? It's not, and this is also why you'll notice in, as Kelsey was telling you about each month, we're sort of weaving in energetics vision with action structure. It's a masculine and feminine dance, right? We're doing a lot of, okay, we're doing, vision and all that, nervous system. Okay, now we're going into action. Okay, now we're going into visibility and holding, being seen, heard, known, all those pieces that are going to come up. Now we're going to anchor it in with more sales. So there's all of these pieces that there's a really good flow because sometimes we can just sit and be like, I wonder what happened in my childhood that makes me so nervous that I can't go into this thing. That's very important, but I want to do that work with you while you're building something and making money, right? It's not just the one and it's not just the other one because a lot of containers is like just the structure and the masculine here, just do these things, da, 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 and it doesn't take into account what you've been through, what resistance you might have, all those pieces. Or we just start focusing so much on the healing work that nothing gets done. And that's sort of a big gap in the industry right now that we want to bridge is let's do both. Let's build the most on fire thing you're obsessed with while making money and having a great fucking time, as you can tell. Knock over my mic. As you can tell, everyone in here, like it's a fucking cool vibe. Nobody has to show up and pretend and be like, yeah, I'm great today. It's like if you feel like a bag of dicks, say I feel like a bag of dicks, but I'm still gonna build my business. Or I feel on fucking fire. And then people are like, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm gonna fucking calibrate to her. Right? It's that healthy competition. It's that little like, like I love being in rooms where other people are doing epic shit. I have no problem paying for that because I see it as an insurance policy because you better believe I'm not signing up for a $40 Barry's boot camp class and fucking the dog in the corner while people are blasting on the treadmills. I'm like, I'm getting my ass out there. Or I'm signing up where people are doing stuff, or I'm like, yeah, it's like forced transformation. It's your accountability. And I think that that's a big thing that is missing these days. And because you have the luxury of being in an intimate container with us, where Kelsey and I genuinely do want to know you. I know that sounds kind of crazy. I know that sounds like obviously no brainer, but there's a lot of people in the industry where their whole thing is like, how do I like just evergreen everything and not have to automate, systemate, and chat GPT everything so I don't have to be part of my business? And we're like, we want to get in there with you. We want to get into the nitty gritty with you. So, and help you bring that to life, right? So that's that. That's
Yeah.
that, friends. That's that. We want to be with you. We want to see you go all in on yourself. And um, yeah, we start January 13th. There's, like I said, it's going to be an intimate container. So this is a really cool opportunity to work with Kelsey and I together. We'll be co-leading the calls. So we'll be in there together with you, and you have that tag team one-to-one with you, which we're including, which we were like, do we do this? Do we not do this? We're like, this probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but we're gonna do it anyways because again, we want to know. Uh, uh, uh,
Yes,
uh.
we have. I don't have my agenda with me um, on the times of the calls. Do you have
We have
that?
them on, I think we have them on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I
A
think.
couple, yeah, there's two, at least two. They've got the 2 month. I don't, we have the schedule all written out. I think majority of them I think they're starting at noon Pacific, noon Pacific Standard Time. So uh yeah, we've got the whole thing mapped out. So there's a lot of accountability. The live calls, if you can make them 12, yeah, 12 o'clock Pacific Standard before, yeah. For I think we said about one of the calls will be 2 hours, one of them will be 90 minutes. And then we have our accountability. We have all of our the challenges, the things we'll be giving you, resources, the community space, all that type of stuff as well. So do you want to talk about the investment, Kels?
Yeah, so we've got two options. So there's a payment plan and then a pay in full. So the payment plan is $1,111, 6 payments, or the pay in full is 6,000. And we wanted to make it super easy, like just two options. That's it. It is what it is. Like there's no real like massive conversation to even be had around it aside from like we've got the option if you want to do a monthly payment plan and that feels better on your nervous system, or if you just want to go all in and do it all at once, you've got that option as well. And yeah, I think that's all I need to say about that.
Yeah. Our original thought was taking it up to 12. Like that was our when we first were designing the incubator, we were like, well, this is gonna be a $12,000 offer. We'll do $2,000 a month, blah blah. And then I don't know, we went fucking rogue. We just paused and we were like, I want to make this. I don't know. It was just a really weird thing. We're like, it's six.
Yeah, it wants to be six.
It
At
wants
least
to
for
be
now.
six. It wants to be six. We want to make this a no-brainer. And yeah, we just want to make this something that you can make that we're meeting halfway. We want you to meet us halfway if that's what you want. Like you again, like I said, you don't have to have it all figured out, but you do have to be ready to get uncomfortable and put in the work with us and to meet us halfway. We will absolutely meet you halfway and we will hold that and support you in your vision. If you tell us on your tag team session with us, you'll get a private tag team with Kelsey and I. You're going to tell us what you want. We will extract it, we'll distill it, we'll help you get really, really fucking clear. And then we are going to hold that North Star the whole time. So when you crumble or you fall or you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you forget because you're designed to forget over and over and over again, we will remind you this is what is happening. This is where you're going. This is what's happening. This is where you're going. So I don't know. It just feels fun to be like by June I can have a business that I'm, what if I could even leave my job? What if I don't want to leave it right now? But what if I could leave it by then? Or what if I could do this? Or what if this is my thing and I'm going all in, right? Like it's just, yeah. So
And ideally, the game we want to play here is that you are able to make your investment back throughout the container.
if not like right away, I mean,
If not right away.
when you think of $6,000, I mean, like, fuck, it's like
Yeah,
one
depending on
contract.
what your business is, like that could be one sale in
Yeah.
your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like and so we're really fostering it in a way where yes, the money comes in for the investment and then it like sets in motion this cycle of money flowing in your life, in your business, so that 6 months in you're like, well, if I'm investing $1,000 a month here, what if I could make 2 grand a month in my business? And then by the end of the mastermind, like you've built enough internal stability in your ability to receive, or like you landed a $6,000 client or a contract, or you sold 2,000 mochi donuts. I don't know. I don't know why I'm on that today.
You're on a fucking donut trend. You got donuts on the brain, girl. You got a fucking donut.
I think because I watched a TikTok the other night of this woman who has a mochi donut shop,
Okay.
and then she donated like $11,000 worth of donuts to feed the homeless, and I was like bawling. So I think it just like imprinted me, and I think that's why.
Yeah, that's the good on the brain.
But like as a business owner, you will get to a place where you can do cool shit like that.
Yeah, totally.
And where you can build in this element of generosity into your business model, which we will talk about throughout the 6 months, because that is something that both Christine and I feel very strongly about. And that is a big part of sales as well, as like this energetic of generosity and being able to get to a place in your business where you can like maybe buy Christmas gifts for single moms who can't afford Christmas gifts for their babies, or you can go and feed the homeless, or you can do a scholarship for someone in your, like, I don't know, like there's so many cool ways that you can play with it. But we want to really keep that heartbeat of generosity alive. So it's in our best interest to really serve you so that your business gets up and thriving, so that you can go out and keep cycling and circling this energetic of abundance and generosity in every single way, shape, and form. So that's our intention. That's our little spiel for today. We're obsessed with all of you, and we cannot wait to see what you want to build and what you want to create. Christine, do you have to hop off?
Yeah, I gotta hop off in about a minute.
Okay. Are there any like quick questions that anyone has that's kind of like in the space that's in the way of like saying yes or no, that you would want us to answer?
Yeah.
Either pop it in the chat or just unmute yourself and ask. No?
Ask away. And as you can tell, this is not like a traditional, you've probably been on like webinars and all sorts of shit where it's like they're like priming you for this thing you're gonna have to like hide from and be like, oh God, now they're gonna try to sell me. we have no fucking interest in trying to convince you into something that is not for you. Like that is Jesus. Like that is not the
No.
fucking vibe here. It's like if this is igniting something in you, if there's a way for us to help you cross the finish line. I remember one of my mentors one time, it was a bit more, it was like 25,000, but she gave, I was going to coach with her and she goes, I like totally ghosted her. And she was like, do you need help crossing the finish line? And I was like, I do. Like, it was like, I do. And she was like, oh, let me help you. And I was like, oh, this feels really
Okay.
nice. Wasn't like, where are you? I need you. Like, it was just, I love that. So if there's anything we can do to help you, what if you already have a business and offers? It's great. You can still join. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because you're in
Um,
the club, Tanuke, and we'd love to like refine that so that you can, really be making the type of money that you want to be making in your business.
mhm. Yeah, exactly. So what I would say is just if somebody came in and was like, I'm making 30K months and I want to take it and scale it into my next level, I'd be like, this is not the container for you. Right. But if you're like, I want to refine, I want to reinvent an offer, I've already done a business before, or you know what I mean? Like, but it's in that category of like either brand new or newer to business or like, a reinvention. I want to create a new offer. I want to create a new messaging. I want to create something that's different. Right. Yeah, definitely. If you're like, I'm already wildly successful and I just want to scale or I want to do that thing, there's definitely other opportunities. But if you're like, this feels
Christine, by the way, has another mastermind for that coming up. So,
I have exactly. My $1 million mission mastermind is more for that person who's in that. I've built something successful and I want to take it to the next level. So, but this one is definitely like if there's I think you kind of know the vibe as well from us, like whether this is something that is calling you or not. It's just different as well. Kelsey and I are together in this one. My one is separate, right? So it just depends on what you're looking for and where you want to take it. So, any other questions?
no,
No, no,
okay.
no, no. Okay. Well, we have the two different options. Like we said before, we have our pay in full or the monthly payment plan. If you pay in full, it's great. You make the one-time payment. You save a little bit, about $600 by paying in full. Uh, and each person will get the one-to-one tag team. It's not just one or the other. We're not gonna gatekeep that. It's just gonna be for all of you because the intention behind it is not necessarily a bonus. It's just for us to get really, really clear so that we can support you, so that we're not guessing what you want to be doing throughout our time together. It helps you to clarify, distill what you want to do, and then yeah, from there, we have our community. We have that space where we get to do this together. Small group. Small group is very effective. It's one of my favorite. It's not the most profitable thing on the planet, but it is my absolute favorite because
Active.
it's very effective and we see really cool results. And really, that's what we care about right now. Is we both have successful businesses. We want to help other people create that as well and see more of your just like fuck it. I'm going to go all in on myself. I'm going to make 2026 my year where I write that narrative. You're writing the insurance policy. You're writing that narrative in stone through your investment and through you're essentially betting on yourself, right? This isn't even us. This is you're investing on yourself. You're saying, I'm more willing to believe that I can do this than not. You don't have to be 100%. It could be 51% versus 49. There's just a tipping point where you're saying, I'm gonna fuck around and find out,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Our specialty.
our specialty. And so that's what we want for you, right? That's what we want. That's what we want. So if that feels fun for you and you feel this is not a scarcity thing. I just do want to say that we won't be doing this. I don't see us doing this again. So if this is kind of your time, this is your opportunity to get tag teamed by Kelsey and I. And to help
That alone is just a vibe.
that
So
alone is a vibe. Just to support you. You might even just want to sign up for the plot twist just to see how that rolls
yeah, to
down.
see what happens.
Just to
Yeah.
fucking vibe with us and be in a fun community. But yeah, we're going to do business your way that works for you with your system, with your energy, with your past, with your story, with everything that who you are is where the forefront is. And then designing a really clear vision for you so that you know exactly what you're doing and why, because that's very important. And then you're taking actionable steps towards it. So, yeah.
Oh, Alice,
Yeah.
thank you.
We're so excited that you're in Alice. Yeah, Alice is in, Steph's in, I know Makambe's in. That's people, yeah, just a really cool group of women, very emotionally intelligent, powerful, really good souls and hearts. And I think that's the coolest thing is you're taking a walk for 6 months. You're like basically like walking shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of really fucking cool chicks to say, let's just fuck around and find out and become business owners. Like that would be fun. Like, I don't
I
know.
imagine like this initial crew, whoever it ends up being, like you'll probably form your own little collective
Yeah.
and you'll move with each other through different iterations and seasons of your business too, because there's
Yeah.
something that's so powerful about bonding in a very small container like this, that these become friendships and connections that will stick with you throughout the course of your entrepreneurial journey. And to have those women who you went through this initial experience with and they cheered and championed you and you cheered and championed them, like that imprints your soul like nothing else. And you will probably continue to like do your own little meetups and be like, hey guys, let's meet in Paris.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and talk about our businesses and like what's next. And like there's I can feel that energy in this group specifically.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just a little added sprinkle of having a built-in ecosystem of women who are going to back you through every iteration of your business, not just these 6 months. Like the way that we've designed the intimacy of it, like you will be building those relational bonds so that they can take you through different seasons of your life, different seasons of your business, and always have that core group to come back to and be like, y'all, I just had my first $1 million month. Like you're gonna get to that point where you're like, fuck, Steph, you're gonna be like, I started my orphanage, and
Yeah.
like there are all these things that get to happen, and they're different stages of your entrepreneurial journey. But to have the women that you walk with through that process, who see you and champion you and support you and have your back, we can't put a price tag on that. Like
Yeah.
that is $1 million investment right there to have
Yeah.
that. So,
Well, as you're doing everything, you're posting, you're doing the first thing, you're literally messaging other people, being like, hey guys, I'm going to do a post. I'm fucking shitting my pants. Can you come comment on it? We're like, yes, of course we can.
yes.
Do you know what I mean? Then there's 10 comments on it and like hyping. And that's the stuff that matters, right? Because there's nothing scarier than going out and like putting yourself out there. And then all of a sudden, it's crickets or you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done this. It's like you have a built-in support network of vulnerability and to be able to say like, I'm kind of nervous and I'm doing this and fuck. And, or I bouncing ideas. Sometimes I sat there being like, should I do this or this or this? Or then I had to hire business coaches to be like, well, you should do this. And then it was never even in alignment with me. Like, oh my God. So we can sit there and brain workshop and like brain dump and be like, what do you think about this? And the whole group's like, no, bitch, this is the one. Or like, what title do you like better? And then everyone's like, this one. And you're like, fuck, that took me 2 seconds where I would have sat there and not done anything. And I would have been like, oh, right. So like you get to shortcut all of those things that took Kelsey and I fucking decades and hundreds of thousands of dollars to figure out. You get to have all that like boom, 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 which is essentially what paying for the time collapse. You get to learn in 6 months what took us fucking 25 years combined and 500K plus to like figure out. So you get that little special treat. We had to go to the retreats and do all the fucking crazy shit to learn all that. Learn what doesn't work to learn what does. So we'll leave it there. We would love to hear from you. If you have questions, reach out to us and you can reach out to us on social or you can email clubunhinged@gmail.com. We'll send out the replay of this with the links so you will have that in your inbox. And yeah, if you're feeling it, make the move. Just don't wait. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I'll wait until December 28th. So just get on it and your transformation will start immediately. You're going to start, we'll start sending you stuff. Again, the thing, we're not going to be bringing people in last minute though, because we do want to get those 30-minute, those one private intensives with you. We want to get those locked and loaded in our schedule. We are quite busy right now, so we need to get those locked and loaded with you to really understand your vision. So you're not starting feeling like I'm not super clear. So we'd like to get those scheduled with you, which is why we're asking people, don't dick around. If you know you want to do this, just fucking do it. And don't, I'm a classic like, oh, wait until January 6th at this time. It's like, just do it so that we can make sure we fit you into our schedule and get you in there. So, all right. We love you.
We're
Thank
so
you for sharing.
excited.
We're so excited. We can't wait to welcome you in. We're going to be shouting it all over socials.
I'm obsessed.
Obsessed. And Kelsey and I will also want to help you promote your work too. Like that's part of what we do. If we know that you're cool and what you're doing is actually amazing and beneficial, of course we're going to shout it from the rooftops. Like we want that ecosystem. So it's another benefit working with us. Maybe we'll have some. So we love
We
you.
love you. We'll
Any
see
questions,
you
let us know.
inside.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating. And we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you.
Bye.